Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back. Oh, apparently we just went live. Well, the best shows always start this way, don't they? Yeah, I did the go live instead of schedule stream. We've been having some issues. We weren't showing up in search results for the last episode, so I tried it this way. Gonna need a minute. Don't even know if the connection's stable, so hold tight. Should just be a little bit. We're gonna get into it here. We got some stuff to look at. Deciding is the connection. Normally what'll happen, I can queue it up and it'll just wait for me to hit go live. This time it just went live. Connection stable. I need some kind of like loading screen, right? So you guys watch me like mentally struggle with this. Alright, looks like the connection's stable. Like we're online. Looks like we're operational. 83 watching. Alright. Good. Right, we're gonna start dropping frames. Alright, cool. We're in search results, at least for now. Okay. It's making me worry. It's just under the minimum. We're sitting at 6,000 kilobytes a second. Oh well, I guess we're just gonna get into it, right? When in Rome. I'm gonna do one thing quick. For those of us just joining, guys, the stream went live before expected. Need about a minute here to see if the connection's stable. Don't want to be disconnected while streaming. Sit tight, we're going to start. We're going to jump into the charts. We're going to see what's going on. I have some announcements for you guys they're going to find very interesting, I have a feeling. While you wait, hype up the chat, hit the like button, share the stream, I don't know, with your friends, yell it out on the street, whatever you got to do. Should be less than a minute here. Got one thing I have to jump on. Okay, that should do it. Yeah, there we go. Bitrate's back up. Stable connection is a happy, healthy connection. Okay. How's everybody feeling today? Hopefully good. 123. We're joining in. We're coming in. Very good. Alright, put that. But this, did that. Alright, we're live. We're ready to go. Everyone else is ready to go. Gavin's here. Mr. Gavin Crown. How you doing, brother? Alert box is active. Well, this worked out, I guess. Alright, I'm done. Let's get into it, guys. I do want to warn everyone again. We have some changes here. A few changes. We've changed the request. I know I didn't want to do it. But I got to do it. We changed the request to a $10 minimum. I just want to let everyone know. I don't want to do it, but show is just getting a little too spammy, back to back charts. I don't think it's that fun to watch, and I'll tell you what, guys, it's not that much fun to do when you're like 10 charts back to back deep. Yeah, there's just less interaction. It's not quite the same touch as we wanted, so this is our solution for now. We'll figure it out. We're still working. I cannot get the volume right on my headphones. Alright. Thanks for putting up with me. You guys are the best. There we go, good enough. I think we're ready to roll. A rocky start. At least there's 160 of us watching. Welcome back, fam. Let's do the run-throughs. Or Stream Deck is not going to work now because I did this differently. Oh well. Okay, well I guess I got to type everything by hand. I'll Alright, Discord link is in the chat. Patreon link is in the chat. Things are looking alright. So today, interesting day. Yesterday, stocks saw some bloody candles. There was some little bit of emotions with people yesterday. Wouldn't doubt it. Is what it is. We are coming up on our 1-year anniversary of March 2020. Big deal. Reverberations through the market. Wow, this is going to be spamming the wrong Discord link. This is what I get. This is what I get for not being, for trying something new, right? Alright, I have to edit this. God, I need a virtual assistant. Okay, did it. Yeah, we're coming up on 1 year, so let's do a little zoomed out here for a second. March 12th last year, 2020. We saw Bitcoin in February reach a high of 10,500, reaching down on the news, I suppose, of the pandemic that was going on at the time. We saw markets overall reacting to this in a similar way, hitting a higher low, 3,800. A lot of speculation on this with BitMEX, chain liquidations, etc. However, we got our higher low and really never looked back after that. It's going to be almost exactly a year. I think we're maybe 4 days. 4 days. That's important as cryptocurrency charts are commonly viewed on a rolling time frame, meaning let's say a 365-day view. What we will see happen is some people looking at charts are going to be looking at Bitcoin a little differently here as that date approaches. As we can see right now, they may see an increase of 451%. That's not too bad. But with just a few days to go, once that bottom wick on the 12th, 13th, I guess the 13th is the lowest point. You can even see my chart updating here. That 450% to someone viewing on a rolling time frame will all of a sudden jump up to 1100%. This is going to change a lot of perspectives. Maybe you or I, or doesn't matter, any given person, we might not view the chart that way, but there are people who do. You can see this on apps. I feel like apps are the biggest show of this. You see where it will give you a year time frame, and what's going to happen is they're going to adjust the percent change in 1 year. 12th, 13th is going to be the maximum. It's going to be the highest change of this, especially on the 13th as this candle fades into history. Percentage change over year is going to jump. What effect this is going to have on the market, I wish I could tell you. I wish I knew. I don't think there's a clean-cut answer, but I can tell you that typically we do see a big reaction. You see the market respond to events like that when they become not just a year out, but 2 years out as well, 6 months and 3 months. It's a complicated thing to explain because it isn't actually describing a candle, not a candle size. It's more of a perspective. So this is coming up. This should be on our minds. We saw pretty much everything recover since then. There's been a few exceptions, but notably, I don't believe anything has outperformed crypto. As we said here, looking at this price change. Let's look, price change. Let's take this bottom wick back in March of last year. And we'll take it to the top. Bitcoin moved 1,400% bottom to top since then, down just slightly from that high. I know it might feel like a big move down for some, but when we zoom in, after moving 1,400%, currently sitting at minus 16% from our high, crypto looking very healthy. I want to say there are a few key takeaways here. I didn't even plan on talking about this. Well, one, the situation. The situation's very different from last year at this time. Bitcoin was still in a downtrend. It had seen in October a large rally to 10,500, to which it rejected again from that level in February. This was not a good sign. This was bear market sign. I know a lot of people are thinking, will this March be similar to 2020? I think that this is going to be a volatile month. I think this could be a very volatile month. We're seeing this in indices. Honestly, even gold. We looked at gold last episode. Gold looking funky. I don't think it looks any better. We'll actually take a look at that too. The highlight here is the market condition. Very different. Very different in this March versus the last visit to March. Now we are at a new all-time high. Bitcoin really showing some strength here. As it has been clearly since October-ish. Barely pulling back. January, a larger retrace than we've seen in February/March. In January, we saw 31% retrace. From top to bottom now, I'll call this February/March, 26%. It's actually a smaller retrace, larger in flat dollar amount, but smaller in percentage. I think that conditions are totally different. So what's on everyone's mind is, well, stocks aren't doing good, I'm spooked. Isn't that going to hurt Bitcoin? Well, the answer is complex. First, let's say last year in March, this is the first time Bitcoin had ever really seen market uncertainty on a large scale. Period. We have a sample size of 1. So to say that stocks dumped, so Bitcoin's going to dump too, I think that's foolish. Or even if not foolish, I think that it just lacks the evidence. We've seen one example. We had bearish circumstances that came out or evolved before that event. Now we're in the opposite. Now we're in a bullish circumstance. We may not see the same reaction. We may see an opposite reaction. There's really no way to know. Bitcoin has not seen market uncertainty virtually through its existence back to 2009. Would stocks crashing be good for Bitcoin? Probably not. It probably wouldn't be great. Simply just chaos in markets. Bitcoin is a big fan of taking advantage of fear from other sources, using it as his own. So could we see a short-term movement? Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. That could be very much in the cards. Some kind of short-term downside if we saw stocks dump. I wouldn't doubt it. However, I think the takeaway is really Bitcoin performed so much better. Where are you going to feel comfortable with your money if we do see a repeat of March? And this is all speculation. We may not see anything. Stocks dumping here, I think they look like crap. But that doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to see a black swan event like last year. This could be a very different take. So now that I've stalled long enough that we have 300 here, pretty good. Pretty good numbers. I don't know, still feels a little funky. Usually we'd be higher than that. Today is not a super hype day. Maybe that's the answer. What's up, Spiral Crunch? Your woots. Still building. Yeah, settled in here. We have some interesting developments. Kind of. Earlier today, this afternoon, BitBoy and I had our second shooting filming. He's going to be putting that video out, I believe, today. In just like hour and a half. So I don't plan on this episode being the longest one, but we're going to pack it full of information for you guys, full of value. But look out for that. It's going to be huge for our channel. BitBoy, the largest crypto content creator on YouTube now. Wasn't the case last time we met. So very exciting there. Check that out. Look forward to that video. A little nervous. I'm good with live, but man, for some reason when it's recording is a different beast. You'd think it'd be easier. For some reason I guess I'm just not used to it. That's our big news for today. That's the big news for today. So let's jump into the charts. Enough of me rambling about last year. Let's see what the data has got for us. Let's zoom it on out to the week. Not a lot of change since last week. Or not a lot of change since last episode. We're looking at the exact same local trading range here on the weekly with our high at 57.5 and our low 45.2. We're still bound in that range. Weekly support, which was weekly resistance in January, sitting at 38.1, same value there. Strong area of potential support, and below that 32.2. Not much has changed. Weekly, same condition as we looked at it earlier. Not a lot here. 20 moving average, 21 EMA. I'm not going to mess with them. They're still at the same prices as last episode. Let's zoom into the daily. Let's get a little spicier. So on the daily, as we had hoped, we see the MACD showing momentum on the sell side is still waning. 1, 2, 3, 4, potentially 5 days today of waning selling momentum. That's excellent. This is, according to MACD on the daily, this event, let's call it in February, this sell-off, was the strongest selling momentum Bitcoin's ever seen. Failing really to bring it to any significant low, I think that is a sign of strength personally. That's my takeaway from it. And to see selling momentum continue to wane now for 5 days, suggestive of exhaustion on the sell side. Our indicators still don't look great. We have bearish divergence on our highs. We don't have the bullish divergence on the daily time frame on our lows that I'd like to see, unfortunately. But not much has changed. Honestly, I think that this is a good show of strength. Good show of strength. Bitcoin really approaching March with some confidence here. Same local resistance we had as last time. And chart really looks pretty similar. 50K. That 50K zone is where we're battling. It's showing here. I think anyone who joined us last time probably remembers I was saying, ideally, we want to be closing candles above the 20 daily, yes. However, I was looking for sideways trading. Looks like that's pretty much what we got. We do have a little volatility here in our highs and low, but for the most part, it's been trading sideways. In my opinion, that's a good thing. It's allowing this selling exhaustion to show. The daily doesn't have that much info for us. 12-hour, hopefully a little more. Still in the same condition. Dang. Good thing there's other stuff going on for charts we can look at. This won't be a super long Bitcoin one. Good. 50,000, still that level we're battling with. I don't like to be below the Kaijun on 12-hour either, but we are in the cloud. We saw support there previously. Really waiting for price to retake that 50,600 level. Continue closing above and looking for that same twist on the 12-hour as we were the previous episode. I was hoping that that sideways trading would be above 50,000, but if only I control the market. 12-hour momentum is on the buy side, but it's waning. This doesn't look super great, unfortunately. We do have a higher high in price, higher high in RSI locally, higher high on MACD. That's okay. There's really no divergence here. It's not a good or bad thing. No divergence. It's simply we don't have much to work with there. A lot of the assumptions was sideways trading, range-bound trading. That's what we're seeing. Honestly, I would love to see this. If we see stocks continue to have weakness over the next week or so, to see Bitcoin trade sideways through that would really not be a bad sign. That would be pretty solid, actually. It would have the possibility to show or stand its ground that it's not really correlated to the stock market. You guys know I've been preaching that for years. I don't think there's any correlation. I think that the market is heavily manipulated, and those market makers love taking advantage of fear. So what I attribute it to. The daily is getting interesting. Daily's getting really interesting here on Ichi. While we're range bound here, and luckily trading sideways could have gotten a lot uglier if we did not. Like what I'm seeing. My browser's acting all weird today. You guys can see that, like, yeah, I have like the finger here instead of the crosshair. I don't know what's going on with it. Anyway, I'll try to not pay attention to it. Ichimoku gave us a cross down yesterday on the daily This is a weak bearish sign. We're above the cloud, so this bearish signal in textbook Ichimoku cloud reading is not considered very strong, and actually I'll argue maybe even in the reverse. What we can see here is staying above today's open, 48.3. We can continue to stay above that. We will get another cross indication from Ichi, and that will be a cross up. And because we are above the cloud, that will be a strong bullish signal. So this may be a market fake out. This may be market makers making a run on algorithmic trading using Ichimoku cloud. Speculation. But this sets it up. You know, we got this cross above the cloud here in February early, and that's really what set us off. That was the ignition. So I would like to see that repeat again here, and I would look for a similar size move at least. 50% is pretty large. Our last number we were looking at, I believe, is in the 70s. We've gotten almost every number in the 70s. 72, 75, 77, 79. That would be where I'm still looking on a daily break, close above the high. We just don't have an edge here yet. We don't have an edge. This is really falling back on fundamental analysis, something we don't talk about too often here. Kind of outside factors of the technicals. I'm happy to be in crypto. Let's just put it that way. I'm more comfortable here trading near our all-time high as stocks are not looking great. So let's look at Nasdaq. This is wherever Bossman is out there, brother. I don't know if you're watching yet. I know you will be. Our Nasdaq TA on fire. On fire, guys. This was drawn last stream. We're looking for this head and shoulders pattern. I know there's a lot here. Let me clear the chart. Oh, there's a lot here. Nasdaq selling off, not looking strong in my opinion at all. We've been watching this. What I don't like here is this rounded top. We have this loss of momentum. We have lower highs. And I'm looking for a third lower high. We can call this pattern all kinds of things. It doesn't really matter. Call it drivers. I think everyone's favorite, head and shoulders. We've been looking for this and it's playing out. What we might expect to see is this back test of our neckline. This is 28,000 or 12,845. I'm getting more and more dyslexic, I feel, as these numbers change. I'm looking for a back test of this price range on Nasdaq, price point. A rejection from this neckline is going to be very bearish. We're on the daily time scale here. This is not the hourly, this is not 15 minutes. This is a day. I'm sure there's news. You know, Nasdaq indices are rallying because we have a green candle today. But if you look at this pattern, this is not a bullish pattern. That 12,845 is going to be super critical to battle. A rejection from here really spells lower numbers. At minimum, I would say a return to the trend line that was set by these lows back in October. That's not a huge fall. I guess for stocks it is. And this chart's just so busy for everybody else. For stocks, I guess it is, because, man, you know, 10% in a year is a good year for stocks. This trend, though, drops price from where it is, about 7%. Something tells me that would not be the end of further. Maybe pull some other trends. There we go. Let's connect December 18 to March last year. We can see there's quite a bit more room down if we were to return to this trend. Price points that stand out to me here, 9,700. Previous high, back test of that point could be an area to look for support. As well as the even more previous high in 2018. We can see that March sell-off last year pushed down below. That was a 30% sell-off from top to bottom. If we apply that same percent to the high here, it lines up pretty well. Pretty spooky. Returns us right to the high. something I can't ignore about that. That's too much lining up. It's too much agreement, I don't know, across the chart there. Let's see, there's one more thing. Take our fib tool. Use our fib tool. Connect our low and our high. This is where it gets spooky. The 0.5 and retrace that we expect to see lines up right there. Same retracement percent. 0.5 retrace of the whole move. And it's the previous high. Something calls to me about 9,007 Nasdaq. I think this looks way more bearish than crypto. So, like I said, I'm glad that I'm not in stocks personally. I am a fan of diversification though, so some exposure to stocks I don't think is a bad thing, even if this does play out. It's going to be interesting, guys. It's going to be interesting. You looked at the Bitcoin saying that it actually fell before stocks. I'm going to hold to that. As we see, stocks' lowest point was on March 18th. We looked at Bitcoin and it was March 12th or 13th where we really saw it bottom out. So stocks lagging behind. Bottoming out, taking longer to bottom out, not recovering in the same capacity. What is the movement up here? I'm not even sure. 110% from bottom to top, March till February. Whereas Bitcoin putting on over 1,000% in the same time period. I think that speaks volumes. Volumes as to what's going on and maybe where makes sense to be. I don't know. I'm keeping an eye on this. This is interesting. This definitely looks like we're coming up to an event. That head and shoulders pattern is unignorable to me. Yeah. So there's some coins moving too. We're gonna take a look. Take a look. Let's see who's all here. You know what? That might line up well too. Is the dollar. Dollar may be explaining a lot of what we're seeing, not just in Bitcoin, but in stocks as well. Dollar pushed up all the way to 92.15. Unexpected. For me, unexpected. I don't understand why dollar would be rallying, but let's look back at our previous prediction here. We were looking at the dollar earlier in February. Seemed to have found resistance at 91.5. Or rejecting, testing support, moving higher. But look at where we are. Right where we were looking. So it took a strange path, but finally, I don't know if you can see it, but there is a wick here. It was touched and sold off from there. How we got this value was from previous price action, but more importantly, we were looking at the 100 daily moving average, where the 200 is. Interesting. So the moving averages have clearly changed. At the time, we were looking for rejection from the 100. Looks like prices escaped. Now the 200 looming above at 92.9. That is possible. Definitely a possibility. It's going to be a rough resistance to break through. But regardless, the point is the dollar has been gaining the last few days. And to see Bitcoin's price a little stagnant, that makes sense. To see stocks beginning to show weakness as the dollar moves up, that makes sense too. So there's nothing too confusing here about these moves. They're all pretty agreeing as well. No bearish divergence on the daily for the dollar. This is looking like a bounce. Weekly momentum still up. Monthly momentum on the sell side has waned, potentially for the third month now. But when you zoom out, you really get an idea of this is very similar to what we saw last year. This could be dead cat bounce territory. Would not be too crazy. Keeping an eye on that dollar. Keeping an eye on that dollar. Man, markets today are not that spicy. Like, this moment is not that spicy, but all of these things are like moving into place. It is setting up for some very exciting price action, I have a feeling. Alright. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like... I don't know, I guess I'm a little tired from shooting that with BitBoy earlier. Recording, man. Recording is so much harder than live. So let's see who's in the chat. What's up, Noah S? Craig Bone, you feel a crash in the market? I could see some market crashing. Is mic defect? Is there something wrong? I don't know. Is the mic sounding weird? What's up, Dick? Danny? Max? Joe Gross? What's up, brother? Brother Joss here. Let's see who... Vesemir? How you doing, bro? Rico S. E Kita X. What mic amazing? The Shure SMB 7. Quality microphone. I would never use anything else now. The State of Crypto. How you doing, my brother? Kazum. Easy. Brother Gavin, of course, is here. Letting me get through my intro. What a nice guy. Justin Linville. How you doing, man? Joshua Gonzalez. Welcome. Selman Shorts. Got a bunch of people here. What are people feeling? How you guys feeling? What's up, Sharknado? Tom G, my man. Enoch with cats. Good to see you, man. Real Gamers. Scott Lux. Some great names here. Losi, how's the deal with people going? I've made a decision on it. Needless to say, haven't signed anything yet. I'll let you guys know about that more probably in our next stream. So stay tuned for that. Tune in next time for that. And I'm out of it. This is my second stream of the day. What's up, MK? How you doing, man? Tommaso, Simon, Cassie, Marco, Bob, John, Servi. Let's see. I didn't even do a shill today. It's because my buttons aren't working. When my buttons aren't working, it's hard for me to shill. So, everybody joining us. We just hit 24,000 subscribers, by the way. Exactly. I have a feeling that number is going to jump up tonight after the BitBoy video airs. I have a feeling we might get a few more fam members. Feeling a hunch. But let's see the shilling. Yeah, so if you're just joining us or not, please remember to hit that like button.
4H20 Ma 2HIHNS with a pretty GG neckline. Eyes, look one edge.
Look plus one edge. Oh yeah, Rico, let's see some super chats here. Give you an edge. You're talking about on the corn, buddy. On the big corn. Take a look. That is actually pretty spicy. That's pretty spicy. Unfortunately, we have this little indecision candle that printed here after the nice green kicker. I like that. Where's that? Volume. Not a lot of volume. That's okay. You wouldn't be expecting volume as prices traded virtually sideways. Volume unlikely to rise until a low or a high. Whoa, that was a bad line. A low or a high is broken. So as we range in this price, I'd expect volume to taper off. It's pretty normal. So Rico is saying 4 hour 20 MA and 2 hour inverse head and shoulders weekly level. Rico's long. There you go. All right. So yeah, we could definitely see an inverse head and shoulders here. Let's flip it over because everybody has an easier time. This is looking at pretty heads and shoulders-ies. I think we were looking at this. Someone pointed this out last stream, and I was like impressed by it. I think we're taking the same neckline. Yep, neckline at 52,000. So what we would be looking for is the right shoulder to paint, a break of 52, and then that back test, that nice, beautiful back test. would complete the pattern. This could potentially be an entry. Bounce from 52.1 would be very, very spicy indeed. Flip that back up. Let's look at the 2 hour for Sir Rico. 2 hour flip just rolled over. The buying momentum. Not a ton here on RSI. RSI is really, it struggles when the trading is very sideways. We see no divergence. We saw this on longer time frames too. We have higher highs in price and higher highs in RSI, lower lows in price, lower lows in RSI. Not a lot to be taken away there, but the structure is nice. The structure is very nice. Ask the diva. Yeah, we're on our own path, mate. I have a feeling though. We're gonna gain some subscribers tonight. So we literally hit 24,000 last night. Would not blow my mind to see 25,000 today. Just based on that video. We'll find out. I'm excited. I'm nervous, man. Recording's weird for me. I'm alive, bro. You guys know. So we haven't covered the other coins yet. I don't know. Exactly. I don't know exactly what Rico's looking at. We're above the 50 on the 2 hour. 4 hour looks really similar. I think we have a little indecision candle here. 2 hours to go. Likely to trade sideways. I don't think there's going to be too much going on while we're live. That's why I picked out some altcoins. Dude, I still haven't gotten to the shilling because my buttons. I'm useless without my buttons. So, guys, I'll just get through it. Yeah, if you haven't hit that like button for the new stream, we have 450 watching. Would love to see over 200 likes. You guys know I am a YouTuber, and in my contract with YouTube, if I don't get enough likes, they send hitmen out to get me. So help me out. Keep my families safe by hitting that like button. And if I get over 1,000 likes, they send 2 hitmen out. So either way, hit that like button. I appreciate it. It helps the stream get visibility or promoted on the YouTube platform for the engagement. So the likes are very valuable. Very valuable. I appreciate you guys. You guys do an awesome job every day for me. I appreciate that about you. Also, subscribing. If you're not subscribed, subscribing during the live stream also counts as engagement, more so than liking, actually. So feel free. Please join the fam. It's going to be interesting how much growth we see today. So jump in before 25,000 because we might break that tonight. Jump in, hit the bell, etc. Discord link. We are very commonly unsearched, unable to be searched for on YouTube. No comment on that. But the best way to keep up with our daily live streams is to be in the Discord. Link is in the chat, pinned to the top. What's up, Ultra Chaos Steve and Jerry? How you doing, bro? Triple smash that like. Wim Eats World. Thank you, my man. Thank you, like. I'm so out of it today. It's because I got up early and did that video. Let's see. Last shill. Last shill before we move on. It's still early in the month. Still early enough. What's up, Matthew D? How you doing, brother? It is early enough in the month still. Patron. Check it out. We have new tiers, new offerings. We are limiting number of one-on-one memberships. Turns out infinite one-on-ones is not possible by me. We started the month with 4, and now we only have 2 left. So if you are looking for one-on-one crypto mentoring, you better sign up quick or they're gone. Patron, who is it for? Why do you want it? What's in it? So Patron. One-on-one crypto mentoring, small group, seminar, Q&A sessions with myself, daily publishes of technical analysis, trade setups, macro market analysis, etc. All of the goodies. Get the insights Invest in yourself. I would love to help each and every one of you become a better trader through sharing my experience and knowledge. So check it out. Link is in the chat. And chill's over. There we go. I got them all. We're only, I don't know, like an hour in or something. Off my game. 40 minutes in. We got it in, though. What's else going on? What's up, 808 Hawk? Dino, Georgios, Close to You, Zuntman, EXBT, Keith, Daniel, Ninja Boy, Carlos. Got a lot of people. A lot of people here today. Got good vibes. You know, some coins making moves. Hot standing out to me. Last time we looked at it, we were identifying an ascending, widening, or broadening wedge. Bullish pattern typically. Look at me being too bearish, thinking we'd see a retest of the bottom. Hot broke, just broke the F out. Blowing past anything we could have expected and breaking its all-time high. Let's see where our measured move takes us on hot. This is in the dollar pair, the Bitcoin pair. Looking for 0.005 cents for that measured move. From the swing high to the lowest point in price. Suggests 5 cents. That makes sense, as it traded up to what? 5 cents, 0.005 cents. Traded up to 0.042 cents. That was back on the 21st of February. So today reaching up yet again. Potentially the first sign of waning momentum here on hot. The candle closes today in this condition. Let's see where our moving averages is. All right, right as price was approaching the 20. Did not test it though. Bullish divergence on RSI. That's excellent. Hot, maybe looking better than pretty much everything else at this point. I'd like to see it in the Bitcoin pair, but I'm pretty sure it's like one sat. So, or it was sat. That's lots of zeros. How many zeros? 7. So trading at 7 sats. What to even take away from that? Rico, 2-hour inverse head and shoulders mentioned, much more local. Neckline.
2H inverse head and shoulders I mentioned is much more local, the neckline being the 48,680. Level God tier IMO.
600. Alright, let's look at it. I feel like I have brain fog today. Or 8. 680. So I'm guessing here. Alright, I could see it. I could see it. Well, as fractals do, what we view on a higher time frame, large inverse head and shoulders, we can expect in a fractal situation to see that play out on smaller time frames. And that might be what we're getting here. Maybe this is what Rico's looking at. I can see that. So we'd be looking for that back test. 48,680, as Rico said. And a rejection, or in this case would be a bounce, because the chart is inverted. And that would complete it. That would complete inverse head and shoulders here. That would suggest a retest of 52.1. Possibly a higher high to fit the higher high pattern we're seeing. I like what I'm seeing here. We have a potential very big inverse head and shoulders with now a smaller inverse head and shoulders, potentially being painted on the right shoulder here. That fits. I mean, I like it. I'm a fan of Rico's TA in general. It's usually we don't have the same ideas. We're usually looking at different things, but at the end of the day, our ideas usually lead to the same path. So yeah, I dig it, man. I can certainly see this forming inside of that bigger formation, and that's what we would expect in a fractal. What we could see then, we infer that, maybe a little more education, is what we might see then is an even smaller head or inverse head and shoulders play out to finish the pattern. A lot of crazy drawings now, though. So we would look again to potentially spot an even tinier version of it. Fractal usually building on a larger time frame and then playing out on smaller and smaller time frames until it breaks. And in this case, as it's an inverse head and shoulders, we would expect that break statistically to the upside. That would fit well. So that was a great observation, brother. I like it. I can see it. Hopefully that's what you're looking at. Inverse inception. Exactly. Patternception. Patternception. Rico eats crayons while watching charts. Well, dude, crayons, it depends on what kind of crayons you're eating, bro. Is it, it's like the markers. Are they the smelly markers? Because they smell delicious. Smell delicious. Man, there's just, it's, sideways is good. That's what we wanted. But it's just messing with the indicators. The indicators on almost every time frame just showing the same gibberish, the same nothing. Really would like to see today, close above that 20 moving average again. That would be a really strong sign. Really strong sign that we are in this inverse head and shoulders pattern, that we are looking to retest our high here. I'd be putting at 57, I would guess 55 to 57 area. I'd be putting this in play quickly, close above the 20. So that's what I'm really keeping my eye on. Definitely keeping my eye on that. Hey, Sylvie. How you doing, Sylv? Who's buying? I don't know, man. Isn't that always the question? Who's buying? Somebody. We never know who. Actually, no, we do know who. MicroStrategy. Actually, 2 companies announced their purchases today. MicroStrategy bought some amount. I think they were just doing it to be like, look, we're buying the dip. Some other company came out, which I can't name off the top of my head. I don't remember. A new one. We had a new company join the fold. I think it was today. They announced it. Their buy was larger than MicroStrategy's, but it wasn't in like the billions or anything, but it was certainly millions. Who's buying? It turns out institutions, I guess. I think that's the best answer. Creso. On bigger time frames so on bigger time frames and moves there are a lot more influence. Psychology fun. Bigger the time frame, always gonna be more important. That's how I see it. Something that you see on the daily or weekly, always going to be more important than something that you find on the hourly or minute. A lot of the time you're just looking at noise. That's why we avoid short time frames here on this channel. They're typically not very helpful. So I like it, Rico. I dig it. I take it. What's up, O's and Eyes? What's up, Drogue? Kazam Kane, are we going up or down on Bitcoin? The answer is always yes. Answer is always yes. We're trading sideways right now. We're looking for this inverse head and shoulders pattern to play out. I think a break even of 52.1 likely to confirm that. It's exact value. 52.6. All right. Yeah, I'll say it. Break of 52.6 puts this 55 to 57 range on the table very quickly. I think that that's the logical conclusion. We have an inverse head and shoulders pattern setting up from our high. We have it playing out again on smaller time frames. Things look pretty darn good. It's hard to say that because it's just really moving sideways. And until it stops moving sideways, nothing's really happening. Range bound. From what I'm seeing, probability a little bit in favor of the upside here. pattern. Inverse head and shoulders is one of the few that play out consistently in crypto. The market overall, zooming out, clearly has some bullish potential. Macro market influences are a little sketchy at the moment, with a little uncertainty and the year anniversary of pretty global financial crisis looming. But I think Bitcoin's looking pretty darn good. Greg, how stoned is this guy? Right now, 0. 0 at the moment. I'm tired though, I'm not gonna lie. I'm tired. This is a long day. I have my friend visiting me. So we were up late playing video games and hanging out, and then we did the BitBoy video this morning. So I've been up, working. Pretty beat. This isn't gonna be a super long episode. I just wanted to get through kind of the stuff that's moving. See what's going on. SwissBorg hitting our measured move at $1. Right on. Took it a while. Let's see how it's doing though. Higher RSI high. You don't have bearish divergence here. That's excellent. MACD on the... Oh, this is a weekly even. Nice. Momentum regaining on the weekly with the new high and a new higher high on the histogram. That's excellent. No bearish divergence on the weekly to be found. I thought we were on the daily, to be honest. Daily just rolled over from selling momentum to buying. Excellence. RSI is still low. The weak bearish divergence on its previous high. Where might we look next on the Borg? Let's see if we can come up with another target. This one worked out really well. $322. That big wick. 322 on a break. Honestly, I'd like to even just see a close. You can see that the daily candles have just been consolidating sideways below our $1.08. Today's in an hour and 55 minutes. We may have our first candle close above. That would be a great sign. If we get it, I'm looking at this measured move. That's pretty easy maths there. This coin has been on a ripper. One of our patrons was in on this coin from, God knows, like 2 cents. He's probably feeling pretty good right now. Probably. Let's see, is there a trend line here? I don't own any of this coin, by the way. I'm not really even sure what platform it's on. I love it. We saw this on Civic. Now we're seeing this on SwissBorg. It's the parabolic stepping, it's called. So we see a move up and then a consolidation sideways period. Move up, consolidation sideways period. Move up, consolidation sideways period. This is great. This is really strong growth in the crypto market specifically when you see this stepping. What it's doing is it's moving up. It's establishing support before moving up again, establishing support. People like to say healthy, so I'll just call it healthy. That's the healthy growth. That reminds me a lot of Civic, which was not planned to be looked at this episode, but is going to be anyway. Going to be looked at. Civic, you can see back here we highlighted the same thing. Parabolic stepping, the move up, sideways, up, sideways, up, sideways. From just that parabolic stepping, we were able to call on our stream a 235% gain using our Fibonacci extension tool. Does that mean SwissBorg will do that? 200-something%? No, does not guarantee that. But you can see here, this is a clear example of the potential strength that stepping has. Kind of slingshotting, you can see. SwissBorg has got my attention. I think today's close is going to be important. The stronger the close, the better. Is it still... Today's not my day, boys. Today's not my day. I used all of my good power. Used all my good powers up, I think, this morning. So apparently it's been spitting out a bad invite link. Probably means that my pin message has a bad invite link too. Can't confirm. Yeah, I got brain fog hard. It's because I was so focused. I was so focused on that interview episode. Been unable to recover. All right, change the link. I guess Streamlabs is spitting out a bad link. That happens a good amount. Sorry about that. If you tried to join the Discord and got an invalid invite, I just changed it. That's why. I'm fixing it right now. I actually fixed this once in this episode, but it turns out it didn't fix it. Thank you, Brother Jaw. Thank you for letting me know. I fixed it. We'll see if that fixes it. You never know. You never know. See, there's been a bunch of super chats that didn't play. I'll read them here in a second. Let me just finish with SwissBorg. Stronger the close today, the better. I want to see it close over our measured move. That's going to signal to me that the market is... I can't just throw out. It's going to be looking for that 322. Only because this wick is so tall. So what it will signal to me with high confidence is that it's looking to retest the high. That'd be $1.61. Depending on how the rest of the market's moving, that will put that 322 on the table. For now, I'm watching the close on SwissBorg for the daily, looking for that final. How many days went by here, man? A whole month. 30 days sideways below. This could be the first close above it. The stronger, the better. I want to see that daily MACD momentum really push to the upside. With RSI nice and reset, a push to that 3-ish area could give us a higher RSI high, and that would set it up to be in a good place. So, interesting coin. I think that closed today, hour and 50 minutes to go. Likely to tell us a lot about where it's heading. Waves I wanted to look at. Let me read some of these messages. Streamlabs, what is wrong with you, Stream? Like I got the email. We got a new patron, but it's not even showing me here. Why? Oh, the brain fogs. What do you guys do when you have brain fog? Because I don't know what to do. None of it's showing up. Whatever. Is what it is. Oh, here we go.
It's over 9,000.
It's over 9,000, boys and girls. Over 9,000. Whim taking the third of 4. Only one patron slot remains this month for the one-on-one tier. I wasn't sure how that was going to go. I limited it to 4. I didn't know how that was going to go. We only have one left. One more. I wonder who's going to take it. At this point, it's not will they get taken, it's who will get the last one, really. That's how I see it. Spicy patron action. It's not showing me anything. There's something very goofy going on with my streaming software. Vaporsmith, I'm just seeing these things. Thoughts on VC community. Run accelerators. Looking at stack. VC. What? I'm not sure what VC would refer to. Could be a lot of things. I know we looked at stack in like an episode or 2 ago. It's looking like it's pushing new highs still. I don't know. Do we even put any TA on this? Because there's like nothing here. It's the next upside target here. It already touched it. Not so spicy. Maybe there's another move. Okay, 228. Interesting. RSI. This is what I see. Well, inverse head and shoulders on the RSI on the daily for stack. Man, that momentum is junky though. I'm not super confident yet. Not confident in that 228 yet. This may be closer to resistance than support. Stack below though. Should be some pretty strong support right here. 87.92 cents. You can see that it already tested it. It moved up, tested that, then moved to our 2 Fibonacci. That's a 2618 Fibonacci extension. Looks like it's cooled off. So the pullback might be slighter. Might even be looking for a clean back test of $1. So that looks really good. Look for a clean back test of $1 before retesting that high, putting its sights on 228. Why is it not showing me? I can't see the history of the super chats like I usually can. I see Josh Durham, Tom of the Crown, YouTube famous BTC King of Kings. Let me look at EGLD. Josh, you know I can't say no to you, buddy. You know I can't say no. Oh. EGLD hasn't really moved much either. Looks like it has escaped our descending channel. We were looking for a break to the upside. We see that. Not a lot of energy there yet, though. Why is it finding resistance here? Okay, I see why. $154 on EGLD weekly resistance. So yep, now that's looking more logical. Let's see. Daily momentum's finally back in the buying side. There's not a lot of pressure here though. Typically when we see MACD flip, we like to see kind of run out of the gate, if that makes sense. This is a little slow at the moment. Not worrying by any means, but a little slow at the moment. Back above the 20 daily. Ooh. Back above the 20 daily, so that is a reassuring sign at least. I'd like to see it continue to close above there. I think when it retakes 154, and that's going to be some weird measured move. That wick down to 65 made this chart very interesting. Throw that out yet. All right, EGLD looking for a close above 154. I'd like it to stay above the 20 moving average. Below there, a little more sketchy, but so far so good. Daily support at 110. Would not surprise me to see the 50 moving average come up to that 110 mark. Price test it, move back up. I just don't see the momentum there yet. Seems putting on bajillion% gains. You know, you need a little time to chill. EGLD ripped earlier. From November, I don't know, $6 all the way to 217. This back test slash wick down to 65 though. This is all that I need. That's all I need. When you see a wick like this, man, that's all I need. Don't need the TAs. That suggests to me that price will very likely look to retest that high. It's just taking a different path. Path's a little weird, but it's getting there. Yeah, the 12 hours reflecting that strange momentum as well.
If you get a chance, can you check out BNT BTC pair?
Julie, of course I can. I actually was debating looking at it, putting it in the video description as like one of the highlights. Oh, I think it was in the last one, so I didn't. We'll look at that, certainly. Lots of potential here. This wick is very strange. Like, it throws a lot of TA out that I usually would use. But we do have here, with a break of that 154, do have, ooh, actually that fits well. So I look like for this, inverse head and shoulders. If you get that, certainly you are looking to retest 217 and likely break it. We'll see. Josh, you love coins when they go sideways, though. You love asking me about them. It's all good, bro. You killed it on this, like insane gains. I understand why you'd still be watching it. Totally understand that. BNT. TC. So the last time you wanted to see the BTC pair, we will look at that. Just wanted to take a look at the dollar pair here quick. We were looking for a close above 657. We got it. 1042 is where we're looking. Price action is agreeing for the most part. Momentum's back to the upside, or is to the upside. So do I even have a Bitcoin chart pair? Not. BNT BTC. Go. Oh yeah. It's interesting. That is interesting indeed. Alright, this needs a more zoomed out look. Yep. There is your final boss. Monthly resistance. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Momentum on the monthly is picked back up. On the weekly, continues to gain momentum. That's looking rather strong. Rather strong. Weekly support on the Bitcoin pair sitting at 11,431 sats. I like what I'm seeing here. I dig that. Oh yeah. Got that 2100 kissing going on. You wouldn't even need to look at the moving averages to tell that something bullish is happening with these weekly candles. I'm definitely looking for a retest of 15,500 sats on BNT. Looks like we did close above there. Or I'd like a monthly close above there. That's still far out. This day. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Here's what I'd like to see ideally. Is a test of that 15.5, and then I'd like to see a retrace. I'd like to see a retrace to 11. Back test that 11.4. If that holds, you have the power. You have the power to make those big moves. Or at minimum, to retest the previous high in Bitcoin pair at 23. I like this setup. This chart looks good. But this is the highest point in price. So entering right now today, very limited room up to that 15.5. Not a great risk to reward. But I think down here, back testing resistance. Back testing that resistance as support that would leave you a lot of room to have a better risk-reward ratio. This coin looks solid, though. I didn't look at the Bitcoin pair. Glad I did. Great tip. Great tip, Julie. This weekly, this just looks so solid. You have the 3 candle setup, 2 days, 2 hours to go. You're trucking for that 15.5. Good eye on this one. I've had a lot of actually really chart nerdy stuff can be done to this. Yep. Oh yeah, I like that. There's a good trade somewhere on this coin. See that 0.5 retrace of the whole move, top to bottom, lines up pretty well. Pretty well with this weekly high back in 2020. This is a cool setup. This would be my zone. This is where I would be aiming. If I was able to grab a position on that weekly support, I would look to open. Close a position up there. That'd be a sweet gain. Oh. Alright. Alright, we're getting through. We're getting through today. Usually I have a little more energy. This is the second run at streaming today. For everybody joining us, keep an eye out today. Filmed with BitBoy this morning. That's why I'm a little beat. I usually do 2 streams in a day. That video should be coming out in like 40 minutes. Pretty cool. Pretty cool, pretty cool. It's the second time I've been on with him. Really like the guy personally. Bancor. Right on. Right on, right on. Man, 463. Robin Barrett, when your head's foggy, you take a nap and listen to Tom Crown. See, I don't have that luxury. If I'm napping, then I can't be talking, so I can't be listening to myself. That's probably what I'm going to do. This is, like I said, not going to be the longest stream. Got in at the support, Julie. There's nothing that I love to see more than when I witness the growth that I want our patrons to have when I witness it. Well done. Joe O, I got locked out of Coinbase. Customer support's not getting back to you. Please help. Well, brother, I wish I had any way to help you with Coinbase. I don't have any weight over there. Got locked out. I mean, like, I wish I had any better advice for you than I'm sure what you've tried is call them. Go call them. Sure they have customer support number. Being locked out, I guess depends. You know, like, did you enter your password wrong too many times and get locked out, or did you lose your F2A and get locked out? Gonna make it different. And thank you, Julie. But that's a lot of you. That's all you. That's all you. I just share my knowledge, and it's beautiful when I see those patrons grow. There have been a lot of complaints of people losing their investments on exchange. To be honest, I've never heard of anyone losing their investments on Bitcoin, on Coinbase to the platform. Certainly, I've seen and heard people make bad trades on Coinbase. I cannot say I've ever heard of anyone being locked out and then losing their assets there. So I do wish you the best, man. I would try to get him on the phone. I feel you. That sounds frustrating. That's not a comfortable spot to be in by any means. I I would not like to be in that situation myself. I think it'll work out. Patience can be hard, especially when money is on the line. So take it easy, relax, give him a call. Yeah, unfortunately, guys, those are my only thoughts. There's really nothing that I could do, or really any insight that I have outside of that. It really, I guess, really depends on what the lockout mechanism is. Wish you the best, dude. Keep us updated. We have an ASMR channel. This is it. This is the channel, man. This is the ASMR channel. It's coming soon. 300 likes. There we go. That's a good number. Ole. Ole crap. I guess look at Waves. Waves was doing something. Waves climbing back up. Wow. Waves hitting resistance, selling off, breaking resistance, hitting resistance again, selling off, back testing support. Buying up again. Selling off, back testing resistance as support. Next target. All-time high. It's easy. It's easy math. This is a nice climb. RSI is ugly. You have bearish divergence on all these highs. If that isn't crypto, I don't know what is. What is? Still looks though. Still looks like it's going to test that 19. This has been moving very slow. But you can see it here. At resistance. And lots of tests. This coin moves very slow. Lots of tests as resistance. You broke through it. Now you're testing it as support. Looks pretty good. Indicators don't look good on this at all. But the chart looks good. Rare. Just needs to retake that 20 daily. $19.15 would be up next. Not gonna lie, guys, I really want to do extra TA on much right now. As you can tell, I'm not my normal energied self. It's been a long day of working already. We will be live tomorrow. We're live basically every day. We'll be live again tomorrow. We'll do a lot of requests. I have a feeling. A lot of requests tomorrow. Just that fog. Thought there'd be more going on. Let's see. If you haven't yet, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. They're good buttons to hit. Check out Patreon. If you haven't checked out Patreon yet. There's only one slot left for the one-on-one tier for this month. There will be new slots open March, April. We filled 3 of the 4. There's only one left. Check it out. Discord links in the chat. Be sure to be in Discord to catch our daily lives here, where we will do lots of requests. Yeah, it's the best way to keep up with our community. Be in the Discord. And I like this, Julie. I like this BNT chart. This is now one of my favorite charts. I knew, as soon as I saw that 4-hour candle, I knew Bitcoin was just going to be sideways. You got this little indecision candle. I think it's only moved sideways now. Yep, this is like our entire stream has been within this area. I should probably change that. It says today's March 1st. That is not quite true. SMRTA brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. Guys, I have like no energy. What's up, Dell? How you doing, bro? Daniel Francis, can you look at Head and Shoulders bearish trend on Bitcoin? I think the opposite. Not sure where. I guess like maybe here you would be looking for it. Technically, if you want to be, I don't know. This is why charts can be dangerous. It'll show you what you want to see. Every time. You could take it like from here and say like this is the right shoulder. There's many ways you can see what you want.
Damn it, Steve.
Yeah. I know what's going on with Steve. I know what Steve did. Yeah, it is waiting for me to go. Yeah, that makes sense because I'm freaking beat anyway. Really just wanted to get on and let you guys know what I was looking at on the chart. Not much has changed. Surprise. Still really just sideways. Viva Tom. What's up, Mr. Clastic? Clastic. Old dual crypto. Yeah, some Rancho Relaxo. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Like, subscribe, join the Discord, or else bad things happen. True. True. Yeah, I really just wanted to update you guys. Let you know about tonight. I think in 26 minutes, that video will be out, released. Big deal for us. Yeah, energy level synced with BTC. Vesemir, you know how it is, dude. When you watch, when you're in this space long enough, you just sync up with it. I'm totally in sync with it. Money for the people. Thanks that Bitcoin looks bearish. Head and Shoulders. So that's two people who just said Head and Shoulders. I don't see it. I mean, I can see it. Can if I want. If I want to imagine it. I guess this is where they would be drawing it. So we have a neckline. Right. But we still don't have the rest of it. We need to see this low surpassed. And then a back test of the neckline. We need to see the low surpassed and then a rejection for a 1, 2, 3 lower highs. 3 whatever valleys, I don't know. I mean, I could see it, I guess. See it. I think that just this just makes more sense. I see Head and Shoulders this way. Boom. I don't know. You guys, you explain it. Tell me. Where's the Head and Shoulders? I really don't see it. Like, I can see it if I want. Camo, man. I come out here and I stream all the time. All the time. I'm sorry that I'm not taking your request for free right now. With 460 people watching. I'm sorry. I'm beat. I don't know if you can tell. Like, I'm beat. I'm just on here. Just want to talk about a few things. Pretty much went over them. Now I'm just reading the chat, seeing what people are up to. It's not personal, dude. Craig, the TAs you already did. Thank you, brother. Yeah, you guys, I'm chilling. You don't need to tip me. I appreciate it, but I'm tired. I'm tired today. That's what happens when you do streaming regularly. You know, sometimes they have tired episodes. Andrew Start, no worry. Exactly. Not everyone has to be a scream. Thank you, brother. This one is that one. I'll bring the hype. Bring the hype like tomorrow or something. Not today. BTC is confused. Two possible patterns. Chirag, true. We'll notice that happens a lot. See two potential patterns. You'll see two potential patterns painting at the same time. Tweet bomb. No, I do not day trade. I'm much more of a swing trader. Of a swinger. Not a meme. The duck is telling this to believe the duck. I don't know. Okay. Here we go, Rico. Rico's mini inverse head and shoulders here. Just getting that back touch. Just getting the neckline tested again. Bounce from here. A break of this, I don't know, last 4-hour high. That will put Sir Rico as the champion today. All we need to do is that little touch. This is, alright, this is the learning lesson is. So here, this is like the point. So right here in Head and Shoulders. This is the point where people in chat talk about it. Right? So we don't have any more. This is when you hear people say Head and Shoulders, Head and Shoulders. This is the correct time to talk about a Head and Shoulder. Before you have a back test of the neckline, you don't have it. You're just looking for it. This is the signal, not this. This is not the signal. This is no signal really. You could say, all right, maybe I'll look to exit my position because I see this coming potentially. I don't know. But you're looking for the back test. This is when you start calling it. This is not when you start calling it. A lower low, a single lower low, does not equate to Head and Shoulders. Money for the people. Chart champions reporting right shoulder being formed. We already have left shoulder and head. Again, it's kind of what I was just saying. Left shoulder and head, like it doesn't really work that way. A left shoulder and head without a right shoulder is literally describing what? A low, a high, a low, and then a higher high. It's not really describing anything. Like without the right shoulder, without the back test, it's just saying we have a lower low of any kind. Really? Head and shoulder is a really good pattern. It's a really strong pattern to be able to identify. Problem is that people try to identify them too early. And it's not a problem to try. That's good. The problem is to then trade on something. Trade on a head and shoulders pattern that doesn't have what it needs. You know, right shoulder, and that's still not enough. A right shoulder just forming, that's still not enough. You have to break your neckline. And even then you could, I guess, try to do something, but that's still not the good signal. The good signal is the back touch. The move back. That is when you say, hey, we have a head and shoulders. This is when you can look to make the move. You don't make the move here because you have a lower low. You don't make a move here. You're not, well, you can make a move whenever you want, obviously, but you're not taking advantage of the pattern if you're trading it before it happens. So exactly, we have a lower low. One lower low. So here you go, you would have gotten caught with that pattern here. You would have gotten caught. And the reason is, didn't have the neckline. You would have gotten caught in January, same thing. Gotta have the neckline. Gotta. Neckline is most important. So why is this spicy? Well, we have the low. So this is the same thing. We can argue this in the exact same directions. You have the lower low there. This is inverted. That's still not actionable though. We want to see that neckline be tested in the other direction. Which they do. Head and shoulders, they do. Pretty reliably do so. Pretty reliably. I think Rico's on here. I think Rico had the eye. I'm gonna give it to Rico. Because here we have that pattern. I don't know if this is making sense to people out there. I'm tired. So this is what we're looking for in a pattern. When we have this, even when it came up again, like it's still not enough. It is better once you've broken the higher, higher, lower, low. It's better to start identifying it then. But you need this. You need that move against back to the neckline. This is what in Tom Crown's trading handbook of class and style. This is when you look to call it. This didn't actually touch it yet. It's a little off. I would probably say that's still fine, but I would look to have the full touch anyway. Patterns are usually not perfect. But it's the move in the opposite direction that's actionable. Because you can identify any higher high or lower low as a head and shoulders then. That's, I don't know. You can do that, but I don't think it's very productive, I guess. That's what I'm getting at. I'm done talking about head and shoulders. And inverse head and shoulders. Alright. It's 5:44. The episode with BitBoy that we filmed today, I think is coming out at 6. Highly recommend you check it out. It's big for our channel. Gonna get a lot of eyes. Probably have a lot of new fam tomorrow joining us, I would assume. I think that's probably gonna be it for today. You guys are the best. Sorry today is low energy, but if today was your first day here, sorry about it. You didn't get a good representation of what we do on a day-to-day basis. Just the nature of the beast. Rico, you're the man, dude. You caught this. You caught this so hard. $14 minutes and it's rallying. Like, come on. Take it. Boss. That's right music. But, yeah, I don't, 50. It's the battle of the 50. Yeah, we got our time in. That's kind of what I was looking for today. We'll have a real, air quotes, a real stream tomorrow, meaning, promise I won't be exhausted like I am today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Be good. Do a little studying on the head and shoulders patterns, everybody. I think you'll do good. Make sure you're in Discord. Join us tomorrow. Check out Patreon over the night. ADA with your low energy. Quality over quantity? Yeah, man. Well, we do both. I just wanted to get on. There were some things I had to say, so. Yeah, got them. Set them. Done. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love you guys. You guys are the best. Looking forward to that video tonight. I was so nervous. Hope I don't look stupid. Is what it is. Oh, Craig, I saw it. I saw it. Tipping because you have a guilty conscience for hitting my car. What? That was you? Why'd you hit my car, bro? Thank you for the 5, Craig. Wait, why? Yeah, nothing is... Dude, none of the alerts are working, guys. I don't know why. Moonboy, 14 minutes ago. You know what? The one thing I will do is... Moonboy, you did donate on the last stream. Right before I turned it off. I don't remember what you said. But I see that it didn't read it. I don't know what's going on with the alert box today. The most interesting thing to happen was paid. Now that's a candle. Have a good weekend. Aw. Moonboy, that's so nice. You know what? I'll look at it. We'll look at paid quick. Don't have a chart. I'll look at it. I'll just like pull it up because I saw that happen last time. I don't know what's going on with super chats and stuff today. They're just not alerting for no reason. Some of them are for no reason, but most of them have not been. I don't really get it. Ooh, buddy. Womp. Womp, womp, womp. Would not surprise me if this was one of those high APY tokens. Just by this candle. Although at the same time, the other direction too. Wow. There's no TA to be done on that. There's not enough time. Wow. I did not expect that. Typically people want me to look at stuff that's green. That's not green. Watch that. Whatever this is. Rejection from there, that will be ugly too. There's probably some scalp there though. What is this? I hate these Uniswap charts just because they're always so choppy. Alright. This isn't... My computer's not even loading. You know, that's a sign. For any of you's frozen. This is a sign. Moonboy, I tried, brother. I want you to know I appreciate you. I noticed. Demon, what's up, man? Been a bit. Missed you. Missed you, brother. Alright. Yeah, guys, we'll have a real episode tomorrow. I did my best. I just wanted to get something out today. Trading views were frozen. The alerts aren't working. I don't know. We'll call it a day. We'll be back tomorrow. I'll bring the energy tomorrow. Bring the hype. Look forward to it. What's up, Greg D? Just wrapping it up, brother. Good to see you. Tune in tomorrow, fam. Check out Patreon, Discord. Likes, subscribes, etc. Love y'all. See you tomorrow.